Good thoughts from Vision's daily devotion, The Word for Today.
Psalm 105 verse 19. Until the time that his word came to pass, the word of the Lord tested him. The word for today is about standing on the promise that God gave you. When Joseph's brothers stripped him of his coat of many colours, which represented his father's favour, what held him steady? The promise God gave him. When he was thrown into a pit and then sold into slavery, what held him steady? The promise God gave him. When the butler he befriended in prison failed to speak on his behalf to Pharaoh, what held him steady? The promise God gave him. Psalm 105 verses 17 to 21 says, Joseph, who was sold as a slave, they hurt his feet with fetters, he was laid in irons, until the time that his word came to pass, the word of the Lord tested him. The king sent and released him, the ruler of the people let him go free. He made him the lord of his house and the ruler of all his possessions. God's word will stand the test of time, but in order for it to come to pass, you must stand strong in faith during your times of testing. You will be tested by the attitudes and actions of your family. You'll be tested by the unfaithfulness and betrayal of friends you trusted. You'll be tested by living in circumstances of adversity and hardship that seem opposite to what God had promised you. You see, God's more interested in your character than he is in your comfort. The New Living Translation puts Psalm 105:19 this way, Until the time came to fulfill his dreams, the Lord tested Joseph's character. Why test anything? To find out if it's trustworthy. And when you prove trustworthy, you can stand on the promise of Habakkuk 2 verse 3. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So stand on the promise that God gave you. That's Vision's Word for Today.
The Word for Today, Australia's most widely read daily devotion. Read it, share it or subscribe. Free at vision.org.au or in the Vision app. Just another way Vision is helping you look to God daily.